Batting 8th and playing third base, number 8, Brandon Arnold. Batting 9th and catching, number 10, David Mora. And on the mound for the Rams, number 7, Gavin Miller Madden. And now the starting lineup for your Reinhardt Eagles. Batting first and playing shortstop, number 10, Robert Feld. Batting second and playing second base, number 6, Louis Dion. Batting third and playing first base, number 30, Nash Kroll. Batting fourth and playing center field, number 4, Adrian Vargas. Batting fifth and the designated hitter, number 12, Jacob Mantu. Batting sixth and playing right field, number 31, Barry Eisman. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 8, Luca Bostarino. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 17, Dryden House. Batting ninth and catching, number 16, Juan Pablo Morales. And on the mound for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 24, Tate Deering. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will everyone please stand and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem?
Hello and welcome everybody. From Lorenzo Robinson and our entire team here at Reinhardt Athletics, we just want to welcome you all to another presentation of Reinhardt Baseball. Today the Reinhardt Eagles will be taking on the CIU Rams in the third game of a three-game series. Eagles looking to pick up the series sweep, but that is not the only thing on the line today. The Reinhardt Eagles also hoping to clinch for the second consecutive season the Appalachian Athletic Conference regular season title. Reinhardt coming into this game with a record of 37-9, 23-6 in conference play. The CIU Rams 28-19 overall, 14-15 in AAC play. Should be a fun one. Reinhardt taking the first two games in the series. Game 1 winning 11-1, Game 2 winning 6-4. Reinhardt looking to close things out with a sweep here today at Ken White Field. Should be a very entertaining game. CIU is a team that has plenty of talent at their disposal. Again, a group that is able to get close to 30 wins so far this season. They are a team to be respected. Talented lineup as well, and the man on the mound tasked with slowing down CIU's lineup is going to be number 24, Tate Deering, the British Columbia native, formerly of Antelope Valley. 6'2" junior will be making his 13th start of the season, currently sporting a 3.63 ERA with a 5-2 record. So plenty on the line in this game. Reinhardt has had a phenomenal season. Once again, a lot like the season that they had last year, just even better across the board. You talk about some of their best starts in program history, and they were able to hit a lot of those marks this season. Not a whole lot of blemishes. Right now, a chance to finish out their regular season slate with a bang, hoping to do that today against the Rams. Meanwhile, CIU trying to establish some confidence and momentum as we head over to postseason play. The Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament takes place next week, and what a big momentum and confidence boost it would be to be able to knock off a top 5 opponent on the road. It's the count now standing at 2-1. Deering throwing a ball there. That one coming out a little bit low. So Reinhardt is 23-6. Tennessee Wesleyan entering the day at 21-7 in conference play. So one game back in the loss column as Deering throws another ball and leads to a leadoff walk for Sidoti.
Everyone the numbers right
Now batting number 31, Bradley Garland.
Bradley Garland next up to the plate.
19 years old. You don't have to take those yet.
Garland batting .348 so far this year across 161 plate appearances. 56 hits on the season. Reinhardt, that one-game lead over Tennessee Wesleyan in the loss column. Johnson University was actually in the mix as this one leaks in the left field. We're going to see Sidoti make his way to second. Garland is now at first by way of that single. CIU hoping to get on the board first. With Maurice Gomez coming up to the plate. Gomez batting .335 this season. 57 total hits, 5 home runs. But Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan, they were locked into a 3-way tie a few weeks ago with Johnson University. They were all tied in the loss column with 6 losses. Entering last weekend, Johnson dropped 2 games in their series. Tennessee Wesleyan dropping 1. Reinhardt picking up a big-time series sweep on the road at Bluefield. Johnson would drop another game in their most recent series. So now they're locked into that 3 spot. A lot to figure out at the top with Reinhardt and Tennessee Wesleyan. CIU, they kind of had a wide range of outcomes entering this weekend. Now they seem to be pretty firm and locked into their spot for the conference tournament. Right now sitting with 15 losses. would appear that they're going to be the 7th seed going into the AAC tournament. Deering head on the count 0-2. This one hit right towards Deering. And that was a tremendous play by Tate Deering, able to turn to a very unique double play, I will say, to say the least. The extremely rare 1-6. That one was hit right towards him, and then he immediately turned over to second base and was able to catch Sidoti lacking there. 2 outs now on the board.
Now batting number 2, Graham Peeler.
Graham Peeler, the first baseman, now coming up to the plate. CIU is a team that has been able to, for the most part this season, beat a lot of the teams that they are supposed to beat a lot of the more middling teams in the country on their non-conference schedule. They were able to do relatively well. Most of their losses have come in AAC play. Where CIU has struggled this season is when they have took on ranked opponents. Had a series on the road against Kaiser earlier this season where they lost all 4 games. They went winless against Tennessee Wesleyan. They did take a game away from Johnson University, but outside of that, not a whole lot of success going up against the best teams in the country. So the count is now 0-2. Deering deals. That one is low. Nice job by Morales to keep it around him. So that will be a walk. Peeler makes his way to first. Garland now at second in scoring position with Turner, the right fielder, coming up to bat. So it will be interesting to see just kind of how Reinhardt manages today. This is the last series at home for their seniors. They had their senior day presentation yesterday. It's always a very emotional time for sports teams around the country, and wanting the seniors out on a high note, and especially when you factor in the postseason ramifications, it could be a very emotionally charged time here at Ken White Field. It will be interesting to see how a lot of these players kind of manage handling those emotions and everything that today entails. But a big part in that is something that Coach Burton said earlier this season. He said that he didn't want his team to be surprised to be in situations like these. He wanted them to get used to being in big moments, get used to coming through in big time situations. That's the sign of a program that doesn't just take being in games or take being ranked in the top 20 or top 15. That's when you start to separate yourself and show yourself to be a program that expects to win. It's the count now standing at 2-2, and expecting to win, definitely a mantra that he has tried to impart upon his team throughout this year. Last season making a World Series appearance, this year all the makings of a group that has a chance to do it again. Deering with the 2-2. This one is low and in the dirt for ball number 3. Full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Deering deals, swing and miss for strike number 3. And a throw to first for good measure. That's going to retire the side. First strikeout of the game for Tate Deering. Eagles, they're going to have a chance to strike first. Still scoreless here in Waleska.
Leading off for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 10, Robert Feld.
Set to resume play here in the bottom of the first inning. Leading things off for the Reinhardt Eagles is going to be number 10, Robert Phelps. Phelps, the shortstop, having a phenomenal season for Reinhardt. Figures to be a name that we see on a lot of ballots for the All-AAC team. Phelps batting .357 this season, 9 home runs, one of which came in Game 2 of this series against CIU, the second game of the doubleheader yesterday. 43 RBIs and 51 total runs scored. We've seen Robert Phelps at times be very aggressive when it comes to attacking those early pitches. A little bit more of a reserved approach at the plate for Phelps here in this one. That pitch is inside and low for ball number 2. The man on the mound for Columbia International, number 7, Davin Miller Madden, junior from Asheville, North Carolina, 6'1" righty. In this, his first season as a member of the Rams, so far sporting a 6.02 ERA with a 4-6 record. This is his 12th start of the season. He had a few up and down outings in the earlier stages of this year. As that pitch goes low for ball number 4, Robert Phelps is able to draw a leadoff walk and get himself on base.
Louis Dion.
Louis Dion, the third baseman, coming up to bat now for Reinhardt. But Miller Madden had some up and down performances in the middle portion of the year, particularly in a stretch between February 6th to February 21st. He had a handful of starts, one on the road at Kaiser, one at home against U-Pike, and then another one on the road against Tennessee Wesleyan. That was a bit of a struggle time there for him. But outside of those 3 games, Miller Madden has been pretty consistent on the mound for CIU, somebody that they have no problem trusting in big spots. And this here a big spot for his team, trying to build some momentum going into the postseason. This one is popped up by Dion and goes foul.
He gets 2 strikes. He pokes it back there and gets a 6-0. Or 6-0 single.
Louis Dion, with a story he's been for Reinhardt this season, had a kind of a down start to the year as he grounds this one right to the first baseman. Chance for a double play will be unsuccessful. Very nearly a 3-6 double play for CIU. Instead, Dion will make his way back to the dugout. Phelps now in scoring position. Nash Kroll now coming up to the plate, a former All-American selection for the Eagles. He's having an even better season this year than he had last season, batting an even .400 coming into this game with 14 home runs, 48 RBIs. Had 2 doubles in the second game of the doubleheader against CIU.
12-1 series.
You know that Miller Madden is going to be very aware of where Robert Phelps is. He currently leads the Eagles with 17 stolen bases. Very athletic guy along the base path, someone that you want to try to keep at bay. Obviously, it's going to be hard to try to split focus and attention when you have a guy like Nash Kroll at the plate. And we're seeing some of that here right now. Kroll ahead on the count 3-0. Also, some of it is just not wanting to give Kroll anything easy to hit or giving him a chance to put his stamp on the game. We saw him get intentionally walked down the stretch yesterday, so that pitch is going to be called a strike for Miller Madden. It's just such a momentum swing anytime Nash Kroll is able to make his presence felt at the plate. that pitch is going to be called a strike as well. Kroll and Reinhardt faithful, all but certain that Kroll was able to work his way into a walk. Instead, he will re-enter the batter's box facing a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nice job by Miller Madden getting himself back into it. Here comes the payoff, the 3-2 pitch from Miller Madden. And it will be ball number 4. So Kroll able to make his way on base. He's now at first. Phelps is at second, with Adrian Vargas coming up to the plate. Vargas, the center fielder, another veteran player for Reinhardt's group, another member of that World Series team in 2024, and another one having a very stellar season for Reinhardt this year, batting .324 with 4 homers and 37 RBIs. Something that Miller Madden must keep in mind. You know that this Reinhardt lineup has plenty of guys who are having good years, plenty of guys who are capable of making things happen at the plate. As this one's popped up deep by Vargas, going back, and it will go on the wrong side and be corralled by CIU. So Adrian Vargas is going to be out for out number 2. Flies out the left field with Jacob Mantooth coming up to the plate. Mantooth, the designated hitter from Marietta, Georgia, formerly of Bruton Parker College, batting .364 this season with 12 homers and 48 RBIs. We're going to see both runners trying to advance here. Kroll safe at second. Phelps easily safe at third. Now 2 runners in scoring position. Great chance here for Mantooth to help Reinhardt strike first blood here in this AAC contest. And this one popped up into the air by Mantooth in the shallow right center. And the ball will drop. It drops. 2 runs will score for the Eagles. It looked like a little bit of miscommunication between a few of the Rams. Kind of uncertainty, deciding who was going to be the one to corral that one. It turns out to fall onto the turf and allowing the Eagles to get themselves on the board. So a 2 RBI double from Jacob Mantooth, Reinhardt getting on the board, and those are just the kind of plays that you have to make against a team like Reinhardt. Already a lot of potency in their lineup. Barry Eisman, another guy who's batting well over 300 for the Eagles this season. You know that when you have chances to put them in binds, you have to be able to do so. When you can hold a talented lineup scoreless for an inning like this one, you really need to be able to capitalize on that. CIU just not able to make it happen. And that one was popped up into the air. We saw 3 Rams going in the shallow right center, trying to track it down, but it didn't really seem like anyone was making a firm effort towards it, and then it just falls right in between them. So counts 1-1. Eisman thought about swinging there, thinks better of it, goes for ball number 2. And for a lot of fans who haven't had a chance to watch CIU play this season, those kind of plays have been the difference for them this season. As Eisman's ripping one deep out to right field, and it will fall harmlessly into the glove of Turner to end the inning. So Reinhardt striking first blood in this one. CIU not able to make the play for out number 3. Reinhardt taking advantage, and they'll take the lead going into the second, 2-0.
Yeah, baby. I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. I cannot see myself without you. We call it place how we know we do. I go out of my way to please you. I go out of my way to see you. And I want you to be mine again, baby. I know my lifestyle is driving you crazy. But I cannot see myself without you. We call it place how we know we do. I go out of my way to please you. I go out of the way to see you. I say no game, baby, can't understand. I'm a young living, coming for the trap. All the you know is get it. I ain't chasing no girl, I'm talking about the digits. Big bank rolls in my pockets, all 50s. Cut the little check, then I show you like a triplet. Baby, it's who, baby, I only want you. I don't give a who can tax on my face. You don't give a who's still looking too good. Get you fucked on sight. I'm trying to finish this who I started with. I'm trying to spend it all who I got it with. Hey, she my track queen, let her hit the bando. Hey, we be going up, watch how far the bands go. Hey, tell my baby she jump out the Lambo. Hey, run the bands up smooth, run the wind go. Hey, jumping one gut, it's hard out the window. Hey, married to the money, I ain't never let it go. Hey, baby, it's who out from the bando. Hey, jumping one gut, it's hard out the window. Hey.
Leading off for the Rams, number 32, Ty Smith.
Getting things going here in the second inning. Reinhardt ahead 2-0 against Columbia International University. Tate Deering remaining on the mound for the Reinhardt Eagles. He does have a strikeout so far in his first inning of work. Looking very nice so far for the Eagles. They're hoping that continues. Leading things off for CIU is going to be the shortstop, Smith. Swing and miss there by Smith for strike number 2. Count is now 1-2. Kai Smith, a native of Key West, Florida, formerly of Key West High School. Player who was in his second season as a member of the Rams, as that pitch goes a bit outside for Deering. Batting .357 this year, across 115 plate appearances. Right now facing a knotted up count. Deering the 2-2. And that one just clipped there by Smith. Deering heads up play to corral that one and deliver it to Kroll for out number 1. Now for the first time today, we're going to see the designated hitter, number 3, Colton Lopez, coming up to the plate. Lopez, a native of Keysville, Georgia, formerly of Harlem High School. Lopez, in that second game of the doubleheader, came in as a pinch hitter and immediately made his presence felt, was able to get an RBI double that brought CIU within their closest margin of the night, getting them within 1 run before Reinhardt was able to take the win. But Lopez came right in a big spot for his team and delivered. Rams hoping for more of that here as he gets to start today, coming into this game with a .297 batting average.
Like draft-wise?
Deering deals inside for ball number 2.
Person back. Draft person back. And then draft person back. When the Falcons did it. Yeah. They should have number 1 since Cam Ward went 1 and 2 deals.
count is now 3-1. Ground ball by Lopez, secured by Phelps. The throw to Kroll is in time for out number 2.
Now batting number 8, Brandon Arnold.
Number 8, Brandon Arnold, third baseman, coming up to the plate.
Your defense is looking. Middle corner. Corner. Yeah.
Arnold, the 6'2" senior from Sumter, South Carolina, clips this one. Arnold in his third season as a member of the Rams, coming into this game with a 143 batting average, 7 hits across 49 plate appearances. Was able to record a hit in the first game of the doubleheader against Reinhardt yesterday. Right now, behind on the count, 0-2. Daring a chance to retire the side. Pitch is high for ball number 1. CIU came into this game wanting to get to a fast start offensively, something that they just have not been able to do throughout this series so far. Right now, Daring really seems to be putting the kibosh in any of those plans. And pitch a bit outside for ball number 2. Of course, in game 1, they really weren't able to get off the mat much at all, going up against Andrew Herbert. And another fine start from him. Yesterday, it just took too long for the wheels to get in motion for them offensively. Swing and miss from Arnold. Seems like they're going to have to wait a little bit longer to get going. Tate Deering with his second strikeout of the game. Reinhardt still ahead, 2-0.
If you're in the game, then starts the word. Don't take no rhythm, don't take no style. Got a thirst for killing, don't mind. Right hand out, give a big handshake. Talk to me about that one big break. Spread the ear pollution, both far and wide. Keep your contributions on your side. Strong man, strong man. Could be a little boy and move quite well. Strong man, strong man. You got your number down. Strong man. Say you're a winner, man. You just sit around. Keep it all in place. Work your way right into my face. First you try to bend me and make my backbone slide. When you find you left me.
Leading off for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 8, Luca Boscarino.
Back getting things going here in the bottom of the second inning. Luca Boscarino coming up to the plate, the outfielder.
Wow, dude. Who's the Jets quarterback right now?
Boscarino so far sporting a .324 batting average with 6 homers, 28 RBIs, 31 total runs scored. Another member of this deep and talented Reinhardt lineup that they're going to be taking on the road to the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament. That again starts next week down in Kingsport, Tennessee. Reinhardt looking to see whether they are going to be the first or second seed in that tournament. Pitch inside for ball number 2. This one popped up into the air. A few rams around it. It looks like their second baseman, Sidoti, will retrieve it, and he will for out number 1.
How?
Go, Dryden.
So I ain't have a scheme, toss down his own team, toss down his own lean.
This is going to bring up Dryden House for the first time today. Dryden House playing at third base spot today. Looking to make his mark on this series. Went 0 for 2 in the second game of the doubleheader yesterday. That pitch from Miller Madden, a strike. Again, very important for Miller Madden to keep this Reinhardt team at bay a little bit with their lineup and as much talent as they have. But if CIU's team is not going to get going offensively in the early stages, he needs to try to just keep them around, keep them in the game. As House swings and misses, bringing up a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and miss by Dryden House for strike number 3. First strikeout of the game for Miller Madden. And that brings up the backstop for the Eagles, number 16, Juan Pablo Morales. Morales had a single in the second game of the doubleheader yesterday. He's found some recent success at the plate for the Reinhardt Eagles. Of course, hoping to keep that forward momentum going as they try to round in the form going into postseason play. And a lot of coaches around the country, they always talk about as Morales pops one up deep out to right center field. It's going back, and it has warning track power for out number 3. So that's going to retire the side, and CIU is going to get a chance to get themselves on the board as we move to the third. But I'm going to continue the thought that I had about something that a lot of coaches have stated around the country. A lot of them talk about getting into the playoffs and how different the games can be, and a lot of teams having pitching staffs that are beat up and a lot of different guys being forced to come in and contribute in big-time situations. Truly is a war of attrition when you get to that point in the season. You've played so many games and everybody is already kind of tired and worn down. You do have some teams that have guys that are just ready to pack it up and ready to move on and get the summer going. And then you have those teams that are really believing that they have a chance to win. Reinhardt definitely believes that they're a team primed for a big-time run in the postseason. But if they do it, it's going to be in large part to the way that they finish the season. Another thing that coaches really like to bring up is how you finish the season matters so much going into the playoffs, because it's not always the team that's ranked number 1 or ranked number 2 that ends up on top. A lot of the times it's just the team that's playing the best at that moment, a team that gets hot at the right time, and then they start to look like the most dangerous group in the country. Now, normally when you have a talented team and you're playing in an ascending manner and you look like you're getting ready to make that next step, those are usually the teams that have the most success in the postseason. So Coach Burton and his squad trying to finish things strong as they look to fly high into the postseason and not limp into the postseason. they're going to try to finish off their regular season slate with another victory against CIU. But it also sets the stage for the Rams to play spoiler here today as we get things going in the third inning. The catcher Mora, the 9-hole hitter for CIU, coming up to the plate. And that pitch inside, Mora getting out of the way of that one, goes for ball number 1. David Moore, the 5'6" junior from Orlando, Florida. And he rips one that will take a interesting bounce into the hands of Robert Phelps and throws it to Nash Kroll for out number 1. When it came off of his bat, it initially looked like it was going to be one that leaked in the center field. And then it may have bounced off of second base and kind of slowed down enough for Robert Phelps to get underneath it. He delivers it to Kroll for out number 1. When we move back to the top of the batting order for CIU, we see the second baseman Sidoti taking his hacks. He would get another crack at it. And this is going to be a grounder that Dryden House just lets roll past him. And Sidoti, he's going to be safe at first. House thought that it was going to take a roll on the wrong side of the line a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, the calculated risk doesn't go his way. Sidoti gets on base with his first hit of the ball game. And that brings up Garland, the outfielder. He has CIU's only other hit that came in the first inning. Garland, his batting average goes up substantially when you factor in runners being on base. He's definitely somebody that plays his best at the plate when there's men on board. And already with the hit earlier off of Deering. But playing at your best going into the postseason, again, not just something for top teams. Even a team like CIU that has been middling in conference play but shown themselves to be very capable in non-conference play. A team like them could take a victory over Reinhardt going into the postseason and use that for fuel and a sort of a jump off for them getting things going and really rounding into form and earning an at-large spot potentially in the NAIA opening round, or maybe even take that automatic bid and win the conference tournament. You just never know the way that this sport is and the way that these teams are and the talent on these squads, very capable of making a run. CIU 28 wins on the year. If they can get to that 30-win mark and take a few big-time wins against some potential NAIA opening round hopefuls and teams like Reinhardt, Tennessee Wesleyan, Johnson, even groups like Milligan and Bryan who are on the outside looking in. If CIU gets a chance to bolster that resume down in Kingsport, they can definitely turn themselves into a team that's very much so on the radar for an at-large position. And this one goes right towards Deering. The diving grab is made by Dion. He delivers it to Kroll for out number 2. That was a nice play by Louis Dion to secure that out, but Sidoti now in scoring position at second.
Now batting number 27, Maurice Gomez.
Maurice Gomez coming back up to the plate. He had a line out that went straight into the glove of Tate Deering earlier in this game. But we saw last year, kind of similar to the season that CIU had, the Milligan Buffs weren't really a team that found themselves on the radar of many at-large predictions going into the conference tournament. They had a few chances to pick up some resume-boosting wins, and they fought their way all the way into a final game against Reinhardt with a chance to make the conference championship. And they fell in that game by just one run, but the showing that they had in Kingsport over the course of that week earned themselves an at-large berth in the NAIA opening round, and they very nearly made the World Series, just falling one game short. So a situation like that has to give teams like CIU reason to believe that a very nice stretch over this next week and a half or so can completely transform the makeup of their season. So the count is now 2-1. Sidoti is at second in scoring position. Gomez trying to get himself on the board. That pitch inside, ball number 3. And that one's going to go for ball number 4. Gomez is going to make his way to first. Now 2 men on base for the Columbia International Rams, with the first baseman Peeler coming back up to the plate. Peeler was able to draw a walk in his first plate appearance. Coming into this game batting .341 across 135 plate appearances. We're going to see a conference on the mound. Coach Burton talking to his pitcher, and no one's coming out of the dugout, so it does appear to just be a refocused conversation with Deering, and obviously wants to see him playing his best going into postseason play. Again, I talked about that war of attrition that the postseason becomes, and you really need to have a lot of reliable arms at your disposal in order to put yourself in the best position to succeed. So somebody like Tate Deering, likely one of the more important players for Reinhardt as they transition over into the next portion of their year. And it's a grounder, ends up in the hands of Dion. He throws it to Kroll in time for out number 3. That will retire the side. CIU still scoreless. Reinhardt, a chance to pour it on. Eagles ahead, 2-0.
Leading off for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 10, Robert Bell.
So getting back going here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and back to the top of the batting order for the Reinhardt Eagles. It's going to be number 10, Robert Phelps, the leadoff man, back at the plate. Phelps drew a leadoff walk earlier in this game and tried to jump on that first pitch. Phelps has had a lot of success getting on those early pitches right there, swinging and missing for strike number 1. Phelps, a grounder. The throw is made in time for out number 1. Nice routine play made there by Smith to secure the first out, and that will bring up Louis Dion. Dion grounded into a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. Louis Dion, a great story for this season, somebody who was kind of up and down to begin his campaign, and as the season went on, really transformed himself. You could see him get more and more comfortable as the year went on. He has turned himself into a very important piece to the puzzle for this Reinhardt group. Dion, a player who figures to have a bright future as well. Just a freshman, so plenty of time for him to make his mark. That pitch high for ball number 2. Dion batting .318 this season with 6 home runs and 25 RBIs. Right now, Miller Madden narrowly ahead on the count, 2-2. Dion, a chopper. It ends up near that CIU bullpen. But he gave up a couple of walks in the first inning, but outside of that, Miller Madden has done a nice job managing against this Reinhardt lineup. Gets Dion out there with strike number 3. That's going to be the second strikeout of the game for Miller Madden. Not a whole lot of real complaints with the way that he started things off. Again, had a few of those early walks that kind of sidetracked him. One of those coming up against the man coming up to the plate as we speak, Nash Kroll. Outside of a few of those early situations, really has done a nice job against this Reinhardt lineup. Just one hit thus far, but Kroll sending one to the moon, and that's a no-doubter. Nash Kroll, a home run, his 15th of the season, and a solo shot that puts the Eagles back on the board and extends their lead to 3 runs. That was an absolute rocket from Nash Kroll. You could tell as soon as it left his bat that that one was going to go somewhere where no one could reach it. Big time there from Nash Kroll, and now Adrian Vargas coming up to the plate as Reinhardt's trying to get a little 2-out rally going here, potentially trying to jump on CIU as early as possible, and that was a key to this game for me. Reinhardt is very talented. We've seen what they've been able to do throughout this year. But sometimes in a few games against teams, they would have tendencies to let teams hang around. Their offense would be late arriving. They would make a few unforced errors that would put themselves in a position where they're having to play some of their best ball going into that 5th, 6th, 7th, allowing a team into a spot where they may have a narrow lead or even forced to dig themselves out of a hole. Reinhardt, when they're at their best, is when they're able to jump on teams early and able to score runs often. So we're seeing Reinhardt already with 3 runs scored. Their offense still not in top form yet, but having 3 early runs without your offense all the way rounded out definitely has to be a good sign for what Reinhardt can do going forward in this game. Vargas chopping at one. That one is going to drop into right field. Adrian Vargas getting on base easily with the single, keeping the momentum going for the Reinhardt Eagles. That's how fast things can change. The momentum completely shifting with Nash Kroll's solo shot deep out to left field. Adrian Vargas now on base with the designated hitter Jacob Mantooth coming up to the plate. He had a double earlier in this game. It came by way of a bit of a blunder there in shallow right center for CIU. They had 3 players coming around a routine pop-up from Mantooth, but no one was able to come underneath it. It falls right in between them. Mantooth taking advantage, getting on second. 2 runs were scored with that play coming from Kroll and Robert Phelps, leading to Reinhardt taking a 2-0 lead, and Mantooth a rocket off his bat going deep out to left field, but this one just going on the wrong side of the foul pole.
Go, straighten it out. Do it again.
Eagles are a team that's capable of putting up runs in bunches, definitely trying to get a 2-out rally going here. Mantooth watches that one for strike number 2. And that pitch inside for ball number 2. Vargas taking advantage and getting himself in the scoring position. Counts now 2-2. A base hit from Mantooth likely brings in another run for the Eagles. But again, you don't want to let a team like CIU just hang around in this game. You want to be able to take them out as early as possible, especially with everything on the line and all the pressure that's kind of involved in this game. That pressure can rise to a fever pitch if you are in a position where every single pitch matters down the stretch. Mantooth lifting one out to left center field, and it will be caught by the center fielder Gomez for out number 3. That's going to retire the side and end the inning. Reinhardt out in front, trying to secure a second straight conference title. They're ahead 3-0.
Now for the Rams, number 4, Mason Turner.
Resuming play here in the 4th inning. Reinhardt ahead against CIU. 3 runs to none. Tate Deering picking up right where he left off in the last inning, getting a strike there. Deering 2 strikeouts so far in this game, entering his 4th inning of work. He's had some phenomenal moments throughout this season for Reinhardt. Again, he's going to be one of their more important players as a part of that pitching staff going forward. Swing and miss there from the outfielder Turner for strike number 2. Two count. Deering dealing. Hits it right over to Dryden House. House delivering it to Kroll, and Kroll is not able to keep it in his glove. So Turner is safe at first base.
Now batting number 32, Kai Smith.
Kai Smith, the shortstop, coming back up to the plate. Grounded out to first in his last plate appearance. For a team like CIU that has had their struggles a little bit offensively throughout this series, very important to get that leadoff man on base early. Just a pickup of confidence, getting somebody on. Start to feel a little bit different about your chances to try to get a run across at this stage in the game. First game of the series, they were only able to muster 1 run. Second game, they were not able to score until the 4th inning. And this a grounder to House yet again. House delivering to Kroll. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Nash Kroll able to secure it. Dryden House, a nice throw for out number 1. But now Turner finds himself in scoring position at second base.
Now batting number 3, Colton Lopez.
Colton Lopez, the designated hitter, coming back up to the plate. Lopez popping one up deep out to center field. Vargas has it. He snares it out the air. But Turner is now at third, so a very threatening position now for Turner with Brandon Arnold, the third baseman, coming up to the plate.
Now batting number 8, Brandon Arnold.
This is the best chance that CIU has had so far today in order to try to get a run on the board. Definitely don't want to come up empty-handed here. Also, it becomes even more dangerous because the more time that CIU takes to get themselves on the board, the more time they give a very potent Reinhardt lineup a chance to get their bats going. And as I've said before, a team that is very capable of putting up runs in bunches. In order to keep pace, you really need to try to get some runs of your own in the early going, especially when it seems like the bats are late arriving for Reinhardt. CIU right now not taking advantage of the situation, but maybe that changes here. Count right now is 2-0. Tate Deering with the pitch, swing and miss by Arnold for strike number 1. Deering dealing, and strike 2. Knotted up count 2-2. Arnold thought about swinging at that one. Instead, he lays off of it. Full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Strike retires the side. A ball and runners will be at the corners for CIU. Big pitch here. A chance for a monumental momentum shift. Deering deals. Swing and miss by Arnold for strike number 3. Third strikeout of the game for Tate Deering. That one retires the side. As we get set to change sides, Reinhardt still in control, 3-0.
Leading off for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 31, Barry Iceman.
Leading things off for the Eagles, heading into the bottom of the 4th inning, number 31, Barry Iceman. Iceman flew out to right field in his only plate appearance of the game thus far. Now it's a double-edged sword. As much as CIU wants to try to keep pace in the early stages of the game, Reinhardt having a chance to quote-unquote kill a mosquito with an axe, try to go up big early on, and again really take matters into their own hands and put CIU between a rock and a hard place. And pitch, a strike from Miller Madden. Not an awful outing from him thus far, but he really needs to try to tighten up some of the loose screws to keep this from turning into an offensive showcase for the Eagles. Not a great start to the inning so far for him, as Iceman is able to draw a walk. Luca Boscarino coming up to the plate. He had a line out to second base in his only plate appearance so far. Pitch outside for ball 1. Reinhardt won their first regular season AAC title a season ago. Trying to go back-to-back. Reinhardt's conference championship last year ended a 12-year run for Tennessee Wesleyan, where they finished atop the AAC standings, going from 2011 season all the way to 2023. Oscarino pops this one up, going into shallow center field. Again, 3 Rams around it. This time, CIU able to make the play. That's the right fielder, Turner, stepping up and corralling it for out number 1. Dryden House, the third baseman, coming back up to the plate. But even just hearing it, it's just crazy. Tennessee Wesleyan, 12 consecutive regular season conference titles, and unparalleled level of consistency that the Bulldogs have had over the course of their time as a program and within the Appalachian Athletic Conference. And that was what Coach Burton was charged with, to try to put Reinhardt into that upper echelon of teams, not just in this conference, but also around the country. And Reinhardt seems to be well on their way, trying to formally announce their presence as a consistent contender with a 2nd consecutive conference title. Right now, House behind on the count, 0-2. 1 man on for the Eagles. Perry Iceman is at first. Miller Madden deals, and House able to chop away at that one and remain alive in the at-bat. And pitch a bit low for ball 1. This one well hit by House. It's going back. It's going back. It's going back. It is over the wall. It is gone. 2-run shot from Dryden House. Reinhardt Eagles take a 5-0 advantage over the CIU Rams.
Batting number 16, Juan Pablo Morales.
Catcher Juan Pablo Morales now at the plate. Flew out to center field in his last plate appearance. And that was big there by Dryden House. Again, like I said before, CIU, they do not want, pardon me, Reinhardt, they do not want CIU to have a chance to hang around in this game, as Morales lifts one out deep going back in left field, and it will be corralled by Garland for out number 2.
Now batting number 10, Robert Bell.
But Reinhardt, they don't want CIU to be in a position where they're able to hang around and then all they have to do is make a few plays to get themselves in the game. Reinhardt wants to try to pour it on as much as possible against CIU. Dryden House doing a nice job of keeping Reinhardt's offense consistent. Right now, they've scored in each inning except that second. 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and now 2 in the fourth. So the Eagles just taking a very steady approach in this game, continuing to just trudge along, and all of a sudden you look up, they're ahead 5-0. That home run from Dryden House, his second of the season. Phelps so far 0 for 1 on the day. He had a walk in his first plate appearance, grounded out in his second. That pitch a bit high for ball number 3.
He's a dog.
pitch goes inside for ball number 4, and Robert Phelps will make his way to first base with a free pass. So we'll see Louis Dion back at the plate. Dion 0 for 2 so far in this game, was out by way of a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance, struck out in his second. That pitch low and in the dirt. Robert Phelps thinking of steal. He gets it, and now he will make his way to third. So Mora threw it over to second. There was nobody covering the base, so the ball escaped into center field. Robert Phelps noticed this and immediately went from second to third. He is now in a very threatening spot. We saw Mora kind of holding his hands out, wondering, hey, where is everybody? Threw it over there, but nobody was home. Phelps now at third. Big time chance here for the Eagles to add even more runs to their total. Pitch a strike for Miller Madden. He's ahead on the count 1-2. Imperative for him now to try to get out of this inning. Especially with a guy like Nash Kroll due up next. You do not want to allow the Eagles to extend it. That pitch a bit low for ball number 2. Reinhardt's athletic base runners yet again making their mark, making their presence felt. Phelps now up to 19 stolen bases on the year. And Dion pops this one up straight up into the air, but it goes just on the wrong side of the net and foul. Now, if you're the Eagles, you want to try to put the hammer down. If you're CIU, you just want to hang around. You just want to give yourself a shot as you move on into this game. Miller Madden with the 2-2 is high for ball number 3. Full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A strike ends the inning. A ball and we will play on. This one by Dion will drop into right field, and it will score Robert Phelps. An RBI single for Louis Dion. Eagles now ahead 6 runs to none. Nash Kroll coming up to the plate at a big-time home run in that 3rd inning.
Yeah.
Kroll hits one that goes right into the hands of Smith, and that will end the inning. Eagles posting a 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th. Right now in total control. Rams reeling. They're going to try to get back into it. Right now trailing by 6 runs.
Step out
10, David Mora.
Come on, Tate.
Resuming play here in the 5th inning. Reinhardt ahead against CIU 6 runs to none. Eagles looking primed to win their 2nd consecutive regular season AAC title. CIU starting to see their chance of playing spoiler fade away as Mora pops one up in the right field. Barry Iceman's underneath it. He will make the grab for out number 1.
Now batting number 28, Daniel
Back to the
Sidoti.
top of the order we go with Sidoti, the second baseman. Walked in his first plate appearance, had a single in his second. This one by Sidoti popped up in the center field. Adrian Vargas is underneath this one, and he will make the grab for out number 2. So
Now
2
batting
consecutive
number 31,
pop outs
Jonathan
from
Taylor.
CIU. Very loud outs, but outs nonetheless. Not ideal for a team trying to get themselves on the board and keep pace in this matchup against the Eagles. Garland, the left fielder, now at the plate. And that one by Garland fouled off. So the Eagles right now at 37 wins. They're going to have to pick up a few more in postseason play in order to reach their program best mark set last season with 44. But already sporting the highest win percentage in program history, just above 80%. Last season, the Eagles had a 71% win percentage. So Reinhardt, a team, looks to be even better than the group they had a season ago as Tate Deering gets strike number 3 and secures out number 3. Another strikeout for Tate Deering. He is absolutely dealing on the mound for the Eagles. Reinhardt remains in total control of this one.
Guided by a beating heart, I can tell where the journey will lead, but I know where it starts. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes, so that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over. When I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over. When I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
Now pitching for the Rams, number 15, Noah Davis. off for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 4, Adrian Vargas.
So Adrian Vargas returns to the plate for the Reinhardt Eagles. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Had a single in his last plate appearance, but the man he's facing on the mound will be a new pitcher in for the CIU Rams. Number 15, Noah Davis, the 6'2" righty from Chapin, South Carolina. Grad student in his first season as a member of the CIU Rams, making his 12th appearance of the year, his 6th in relief, currently sporting a 4.42 ERA and a record of 6 wins and 2 losses. Somebody who's come in a variety of different spots, a variety of different roles. We've seen him as a setup man at times for CIU. He's come in and had to act as a closer at times. He's been a starting pitcher for them for a good portion of the season. So somebody that they will have a lot of trust in to come in and really slow down this Reinhardt lineup and prevent this game from getting out of hand. The Eagles already ahead by 6 runs. And this one is popped up by Vargas into the air, going into center field. A few Rams are around it, and it will go out of the glove of their center fielder. Vargas is safe at second. That was Gomez again. Another situation where CIU has multiple players surrounding a pop-up. But again, a little bit of miscommunication seemingly leading to a mistake. Another error made by CIU in a very, very important part of this game. Vargas is officially going to be on by way of what I believe will be called as an error. I'm sure we're going to have some confirmation later on about that one, but I believe it will be called an error leading to Vargas getting himself to second. Unfortunate mistake there from the Columbia International Rams. So Vargas is now in scoring position. Jacob Mantooth back at the plate, 1 for 2 so far today. Had a double earlier, flew out to center field in his last plate appearance.
Hey,
Count is 3-1. Davis deals. It's low and in the dirt for ball number 4. Mantooth is going to make his way to first.
31, Barry Iceman.
So 2 men on now for the Eagles with Barry Iceman coming back up to the plate. Iceman, the Floridian. 0 for 1 so far today. He was walked in his last plate appearance. Native of Palm Harbor, Florida. So now there's going to be a conversation on the mound, and Noah Davis understanding the situation, understanding the stakes, and wanting to have a conversation with his catcher, Mora. You know that you can't let this one get out of hand. You can't let it get away from you. Already trailing by 6 runs. You make it even more difficult to try to come back into this ball game if you allow Reinhardt to post any more runs, and then you start to talk about the game potentially ending early, which is absolutely a place where CIU does not want to be. But the only way that they're going to be able to still have a chance in this game is if they're able to keep Reinhardt at bay for the rest of this inning. There's no question that CIU is going to be kicking themselves for a few of the mistakes that they've made in the field in this game. Some untimely mistakes made. Pop-ups that they just weren't able to get all the way communicated correctly. One situation already led to runs for the Eagles. Reinhardt scoring 2 runs after a pop-up fell in between a few CIU Rams in the earlier part of the game. That led to Reinhardt's first 2 runs of the game.
Yeah, he stepped off the first pitch. Before the first pitch.
So there's going to be a conversation between the umpires determining what to make of that move that Noah Davis made. We're going to see what comes of this conversation, but CIU and those critical mistakes have led to unfortunate, disastrous moments for them in this game so far.
Let's go, Barry. Yo, Marshall, 2-2. Good take right there, Barry.
So the count now 2-2. This one hit by Iceman. It leaks into center field. It looks like one run is going to score for the Eagles. It will. Adrian Vargas scores by way of an RBI single from Barry Iceman. The Palm Harbor, Florida native, stepping up yet again for the Reinhardt Eagles. So Iceman, he's now at first. Mantooth is at second with Luca Boscarino coming back up to the plate. Boscarino's 0 for 2 so far in this ball game, looking to get himself on the board and keep the forward momentum rolling for the Reinhardt Eagles. As they are ahead by 7 runs. Reinhardt, they can feel it. They are very close to clinching a second consecutive AAC regular season title, trying to finish the year on a high note and going into the postseason with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Luca. That makes sense. Luca. Go, bud.
So Boscarino's able to work his way into a walk. He's now at first. Iceman is at second. Mantooth is at third. The bases are loaded for the Reinhardt Eagles, with Dryden House coming up to the plate. Could potentially be a big-time moment for the Eagles, as Dryden House in his last plate appearance came up with a 2-run homer.
We buying at the stores. We ain't never running out of lean. Might be back on port. Rex busting out the jeans. Might as well on blood. Smoke the loud like nicotine. Talk good, not record. Conversation, now absorb it.
Triton House is going to come up to the plate. Reinhardt well in control of this game, and this can get even more out of hand. No outs on the board. Bases are loaded for the Reinhardt Eagles. The danger zone now for the Columbia International Rams. So he's now ahead on the count 2-0. Davis really needs to try to corral it and kind of get things going, get himself together. This is going to be a ground ball, a chance to turn 2 for CIU. They are able to do so. So a 4-6-3 double play, pardon me, for CIU. But Reinhardt able to get another run across. It is now 8-0 in favor of the Reinhardt Eagles, with the backstop Juan Pablo Morales coming back up to the plate. Morales 0 for 2 so far in this one. That pitch low and in the dirt for ball number 2. Even though a run was scored for Reinhardt, that may have been one of the better case scenarios for Columbia International, able to get 2 runners out. And really preventing what could have been an even more dangerous time for Reinhardt. There were no outs on the board with the bases loaded. The possibilities were endless. They should feel kind of fortunate there that Reinhardt was only able to come away with the run in that scrum. And this one, a ground ball by Morales. Is he able to leg it out? He will not be able to. Out number 3, that retires the side, but not before Reinhardt tacks on a few more runs to their total. Eagles in total control. CIU on the ropes. Reinhardt ahead, 8-0.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I know it's insane. You can't tie me down, but you can whip your loving on me. That's right, whip your loving on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy, going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around the boy. I know it's insane, you can't tie me down, but you can whip your loving on me, baby, I'll whip your loving on me. I'm vanilla, baby, I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I know it's insane, you can't tie me down, but you can whip your loving on me, whip your loving on me. Young M-I-S-S-I-O-N-A-R-Y. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a boy Farquhar. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla.
Let's go, Tate.
Leading off for the Rams, number 27, Maurice Gomez.
Okay.
Resuming play now in the 6th inning, Columbia International trailing by 8 runs, trying to keep themselves in the ball game. Reinhardt trying to slam the door shut on their regular season and trying to go out with a bang here at Ken White Field. Tate Deering remains on the mound. He has 4 strikeouts so far in this game. Still pitching a shutout against the Rams. And ahead on the count 1-2.
Good.
Pitch a bit inside for ball number 2. And that pitch outside for ball number 3, a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gomez right now trying to get himself on the board. He was walked in his last plate appearance, 0 for 1 overall on the day. Facing off against Deering here. Payoff incoming. Deering with the 3-2. Swing and miss for strike number 3. 5th strikeout of the game for Tate Deering. Gomez falls to 0 for 2 on the day.
Now batting number 2, Graham Peeler.
Peeler back at the plate, and he immediately swings and misses for strike number 1. We seem to be in the midst of one of those special outings right now from Tate Deering. Again, he's had these moments throughout the year where he's looked as complete of a pitcher as anyone in the entire conference. Right now stepping up again in a major way for his team, forcing another swing and miss for strike number 2. Reinhardt, seems like their offense is beginning to pick up. Tate Deering getting even better as the game goes on from the mound. CIU desperately needs to just try to get something on the board, build some type of momentum, something that they can use to keep this game going, or else they put themselves at the mercy of a Reinhardt team that seems to be really getting comfortable in this matchup today. Swing and miss for strike number 3. 6th strikeout of the game for Tate Deering. Peeler falls to 0 for 2 on the day as well. Turner, the outfielder, getting ready to take his axe
Batting
and
number 4, Mason
try
Turner.
to see if he can build some momentum. CIU just 3 hits as a group thus far. Tate Deering doing a nice job of not letting them up off the mat. This one's going to be popped up and it goes foul on the wrong side of the net. It's a ground ball that Dion retrieves and delivers to Kroll in time for out number 3. That retires the side. That was a nice shift there from Tate Deering. His stellar outing continues. Reinhardt in control, 8-0.
Hey, you ain't flying busy squirrel. Hey, you ain't driving around the world. Hey, you ain't brown like a squirrel. Hey, you ain't sitting down curls. Hey, you ain't Rolls Royce car. Hey, you ain't Rolls Royce truck. Oh, you want water all my hole. Oh, you wanna light it all up. Hey, I'm gonna play it how it is. Hey, I've been playing for some years. Hey, you tryna steal all the spill.
now pitching for the Rams, number 30, Connor Kirkley.
Progress still on the field. Yeah, look. Six guy, he a visionary. I'm the definition like the dictionary. Baby, turn around, forget the missionary. If they pull up on me with some bad intentions, you go read about it in obituary. I got more soldiers in the military. I got more stones in the cemetery. I have more strings than y'all in February. It's getting hard to put a price on a show. Can't even pick it out now. But really try to jam me, get jammed first like a countdown. I thank God for that flight straight from the 9 side going southbound. They say that life's about balance, baby, and the balance is in my account now. Okay, she got a in purse. I got a twerking in turns. She probably let both of us hit.
Leading off for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 10, Robert Phelps.
Somewhere in the sky, and it feels so good. And it feels so good.
Resuming play here in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Reinhardt Eagles fully in control of this game against the Columbia International Rams. 8 runs to none. Back to the top of the batting order we go with the leadoff man, Robert Phelps, back at the plate. Phelps 0 for 1 so far. He's been walked twice, grounded out to first in between. Looking to get on the board with his first hit of the game. Reinhardt, 6 hits as a group thus far, and Phelps immediately a very hard and well hit ball deep out to center field, but it falls right into the glove of the center fielder Gomez for out number 1.
Dion.
So Phelps falls to 0 for 2. Louis Dion now coming to the plate. He's 1 for 3 so far in this game. He got his first hit in his last plate appearance, which was a single, an RBI single that allowed Reinhardt to tack on another run to their total. Dion watches that one as it goes outside for ball number 1. Davis remains on the mound, hoping for a better shift here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That pitch will be called ball number 2. And that pitch called a strike. CIU in a game where their offense hasn't really given them much help in terms of run support. Make matters worse, it seems like Reinhardt is starting to pick up offensively as well, but CIU has definitely helped them by giving them a few free passes. Reinhardt's been able to turn those men on base into some big-time runs being scored. Right now, Dion ahead on the count 3-1. Eagles primed to do it yet again. Dion lays off of it. Instead, it will be called for strike number 2 on a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dion has been at his best when he's been aggressive. You can see what he'll probably try to do here. Instead, great eye by Dion. Watches it go right towards his feet.
30,
Stays low for ball number 4. So Louis Dion now on board at first. Nash Kroll at the plate. Kroll 1 for 2 on the day. He does have a home run that came in the 3rd inning. Kroll lifts one deep out to left field, going back, another no-doubter from Nash Kroll. His 2nd home run of the game, his 16th of the season, and the Reinhardt Eagles take a 10-run lead.
Now batting, number 4, Adrian Vargas.
Nash Kroll has been absolutely spectacular this entire season, and he is ending his regular season at Ken White Field with a bang. Nash Kroll puts the Eagles ahead by double-digit runs. Reinhardt running through the tape.
No, it did. It didn't even land though.
Pitch goes for ball number 2, and this is why I said that CIU was firmly within the danger zone. Reinhardt now ahead by 10 runs. The run rule takes into effect if a team is ahead by 10 runs after 7. Columbia International has put themselves at risk. So right now we're in the 6th inning. Even if Reinhardt doesn't score another run for the rest of this inning, CIU will now need to score a run just to keep the game going in the 7th. If not, Reinhardt will clinch the victory in an early stoppage. That pitch is high for ball number 4. Adrian Vargas watches that one, and he makes his free pass to first. Jacob Mantooth coming up to the plate. Mantooth 1 for 2 so far today. He was walked in his last plate appearance. He did have a double earlier in this game that came in that first inning. Mantooth pops this one up high into the air in the left field. CIU was able to come underneath it, and you know that that's always going to be an event.
Woody Barnes.
We are going to have a pinch hitter in the game for the Reinhardt Eagles. It's going to be number 38, Woody Barks, coming into the game for Reinhardt. Barks getting a nice ovation from the Waleska faithful. See what Woody Barks can do here. The senior from Watkinsville, Georgia, formerly of North Oconee High School. So Barks is at the plate. 2 outs on the board. Barks looking for his first hit of the game, his first hit of the season, and what a time it will be for him to come up with his first hit. Right now, already behind on the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, swing and missed by Barks. Strike number 3. That's going to retire the side and end the inning. CIU, they will have 3 outs to work with. They have to score a run to keep the game going. Reinhardt potentially 3 outs away from back-to-back regular season AAC titles. Should be a fun one as we move to the 7th. Reinhardt ahead, 10-0.
out for the Rams, number 32, Kai Smith. And now pitching for your Reinhardt Eagles, number 20, Ben Medley.
So moving to the top of the 7th inning, the Reinhardt Eagles have made a pitching change. It is number 20, Ben Medley, who's going to get a chance to help Reinhardt secure their last 3 outs. This one a ground ball. Robert Phelps calmly scoops it up and makes the throw to Kroll in time for out number 1. Eagles 2 outs away. Provided CIU's not able to get on the board, Reinhardt 2 outs away from getting their 2nd consecutive AAC regular season title.
Number 3, Colton Lopez.
Colton Lopez, the designated hitter, coming up to the plate. Lopez had a big-time hit in the game yesterday that kept CIU in it. This would be a big moment for him to do it again. And pitch inside for ball number 1. Medley making his 11th appearance of the year. He's had plenty of great moments over the course of his career for Reinhardt. He's started in some big-time games for them, started in 12 games last season, made 19 overall appearances. Swing and miss from Lopez for strike number 2. Medley is somebody that Coach Burton has been able to see develop within his pitching staff. An arm that you're definitely going to want to see the best out of him as this year goes on. Cade Sham Lee, the newly entered third baseman, delivers one to Kroll for out number 2. 2 outs on the board. Reinhardt 1 out away, 3 strikes away from securing their 2nd consecutive regular season AAC championship. And Ben Medley comes in, gets 2 quick outs, and it does look like his outing is done. So there's going to be another pitching change made. Reinhardt potentially looking at their last out of the year at Ken White Field. And it's going to be a new pitcher in the game. Another position change made. Medley's day is done. He will be greeted by a rousing ovation from the crowd. His entire team out there ready to greet him, and he gets a lot of love from everyone. But now to secure this last out, Coach Burton is going to put the ball in the hands of number 40, Brent Turley, a senior from Prattville, Alabama, formerly of West Alabama University. Brent Turley will be making his 9th appearance of the year. What a moment this could be. A senior pitcher, a chance to get the last out at home for his team as they try to make history.
Now batting for the Rams, pinch hitter number 13, Jennings Green.
So Brent Turley enters the game with a chance for Reinhardt to secure the victory with 1 more out, 3 strikes away. CIU hoping to keep the game going. Two consecutive balls thrown by Brent Turley. There is a pinch hitter in the game for CIU. Number 13, Jennings Green. And Green now ahead on the count, 3-0. So 4 consecutive balls thrown by Turley. Turley allows Green to make his way to first, and now it's going to be number 25, Britton Morris, another pinch hitter in the game for CIU. Britton Morris, the native of New Zion, South Carolina, formerly of the Lawrence Manning Academy. Morris, the first baseman, a 6-foot senior. He's been a 4-year player for Columbia International.
Repeat it.
That pitch inside by Turley for ball number 1. Morris, a guy who has seasons where he's hit for 295, he's hit for 280 before in his career. Swings and misses there for strike number 2. Count is now 1-2. Eagles 1 strike away from back-to-back AAC regular season titles. The 1-2, strike number 3, and that is going to be the ball game, folks. The Reinhardt Eagles win 10-0. The Reinhardt Eagles repeat as AAC regular season champs for the second time in school history. Reinhardt wins the AAC title. They will finish their conference slate with 6 losses, and they will move into the next phase of the season with a 38-9 record. A phenomenal year for the Reinhardt Eagles. Just gets that much more legendary. Reinhardt coming away with the big-time victory, and they are flying high heading into Kingsport, Tennessee next week. So Reinhardt officially 38-9 on the season, 24-6 in conference play, and they hope to use that momentum to make another run in the AAC tournament, but this time finish the job. And hopefully it's not the last time, because Reinhardt seems to be primed for hosting in the postseason. But if it is the last time, it's definitely been a pleasure to be a part of you guys' baseball viewing over the course of this season. Another spectacular year for the Reinhardt Eagles. And again, if this is the end, thank you for allowing me to guide you through this journey for this Reinhardt baseball team. And please stay tuned to what happens for Reinhardt on SCSN. That is where most of those games will be broadcast for the AAC tournament. We're going to see what this Eagles team can do. But right now, they have all the makings of a group that looks ready to make a run in the national tournament. From Lorenzo Robinson and our entire team, I want to say thank you for joining us, and we will see you all next time.